Welcome back to the classroom. My name is Mr. Wong. Today we're going to be going through the 2002 or 2012 HSC Physics paper, question 21. And it's asking you about performing a first-hand investigation to find the value for the acceleration due to gravity. Now, for this particular question, there is a particular setup that we would have talked about, if you recall. It is our pendulum experiment. So if we draw our pendulum like so, and then we have our little mass. So that's our retort stand there, and that's our little pendulum, and we're gonna swing our pendulum in this direction and then back, going through that oscillating process. What you might want to do when you go through this is obviously label components. So we have a retort stand, we have a mass carrier, we have up here our boss head and clamp. Okay, so the question then is how are we performing this experiment? So step one, set up equipment, set up experiment as shown, using an oscillating pendulum. Okay, what we'll want to do is we want to pull this particular pendulum about, about 10 degrees away from the center point of the pendulum, and we allow it to oscillate. Okay, so step two, pull the pendulum away from center. About 10 degrees. What we're going to do is then release the pendulum and allow it to do 10 oscillations. So release pendulum and allow it to oscillate for 10 periods and record the time taken. Okay, so that's what we have. After that, we change the length, keep the same angle. Okay, so release pendulum, da, da, da. We might even actually talk about the length of string. String at 0.9 meters. Okay, so there's that. Record the time taken. Right. Divide the time taken by 10 to find the average period of oscillation. Okay, so there's that. And then lastly, we want to repeat this experiment at least 2 more times, and then we want to find 4 more data points. Okay, so repeat step 2 to 4, another 2 times. change length of string to 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, and 0.5. Retain the same angle. Retain the same angle for each recording. Whoops. Okay, lastly, we want to plot a relationship between t squared and length of string. So plot t squared versus L and derive G using our formula t equals to 2 pi L over G. And that's how we would use this data point to help us find the acceleration due to gravity. You could also mention you'll need to use the gradient value, but besides that, that's how you would go about this question here. Okay. So how would you assess the accuracy of the investigation? What you could do is conduct an error percentage. So conduct an error percentage of the experimental value of G and the theoretical value of G. So experimental value and theoretical value of G. How would you increase the reliability of the data collected? So if we've already repeated our experiment, all right, so how would you increase the reliability of the data? Repeating the experiment multiple times. And how would you assess the reliability of the data collected? Compare the consistency of data for the set trials. What I mean by the set trials, as in, for example, if we used, if we're just comparing the trials of 0.9 meters, or you could compare with another group who's used the exact same method as you. So that's what we'll do. That's what we leave with ourselves there. That's how you do the 2012 past paper question. If you found it useful, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next time.